guys, so today on BKRsport we're going to be completing, well not completing it, we've still got one more to go after this. We're not going to be completing it, and then we've also got to actually like do it. We're not going to be completing it today, we've got one more to go, and then we're at basically the beginning, so we're nowhere near. But we are very close to completing the talking section of the bucket list so that we can start bloody doing it, mate. Just start getting out there and completing this list. We are up to part number 9 of the 101 sport events to complete before we die on BKRsport, and we've already actually completed one of them. We've already actually completed one on this list. So that shows you guys that this isn't just a joke. This isn't just a video series that I'm talking about here. This is actually things that we're going to be completing on BKRsport. There are some events in this list that we actually have to compete in, so there is some that are going to take a while to train and prepare for it and really get well into it before actually completing it. So this is literally you guys joining in the journey of completing the bucket list on BKRsport, because not everyone gets to experience this kind of thing. Not everyone gets to do these kind of things and see these places, so I want you guys to see it and experience it with me, because without you guys there is no BKRsport. But anyway guys, if you haven't already checked out part number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 in the description below, I will leave the links to every single one of those videos. Let's start getting into it. Let's get into part number 9 of the 101 sport events to complete before we die on BKRsport, son. Number 81, and we've got some cricketing action here in the ODI Cricket World Cup. I don't really have to explain too much about this one because, you know, cricket, ODI means one day international for those who don't know. And it's the World Cup. What, how can you say no to a World Cup? In any sport, it's always going to be such passion and such excitement involved in World Cups. Just want to really be a part of that kind of atmosphere where everyone's really getting behind their country, and I just think this is going to be absolutely amazing because I do know how massive some countries are about cricket. Like, you've got your English with the Barmy Army, you've got the Indians, you've got the Pakistanis, you've got the West Indies. Considering it is cricket, I would really love for it to be in a place like Bangladesh or Sri Lanka or India, because we don't necessarily go to those places too many times or at all on this list so far. So one, we get to experience the civilization and the culture of a new country, a new place, but also those places go wild. Those places go wild for cricket, man. Number 82, and I guarantee you that at least 95% of you would not have heard of this one. This one comes from Switzerland, and it is the Cresta Run. Now guys, I can tell you so much and tell you how exciting it looks and how dangerous it looks and how crazy it is, but I just don't think you'll get the feel of what I'm talking about here until you go and YouTube it or Google it, because this thing just looks absolutely mental. The Cresta Run is a natural ice skeleton toboggan racing track in eastern Switzerland. Guys, in all seriousness, this track is not for the faint of heart. But we're still doing it, baby! Overall drop of this track is about 157 meters, which is about 515 or so foot. But here's the kicker, guys. Here's the kicker. It's not a nice little, you know, nice little run through eastern Switzerland. Oh wow, those hills look nice, you know. No, it's not like that at all. So the gradient goes from like 2.7 to 1 to bloody 8.7 to 1, and you're going in and out, all over the place, down, up, down, up. But it's saying all that, that's exhilarating. That's what we want on BKRsport, and I don't know which hospital I'm going to be checking into, but hopefully bloody decent. Number 83, and we're back home in Australia for the Sydney to Hobart yacht race. Now, just as I've said that, all the people who love their yachts in the world, all the yachties out there, there's going to be 50% of you on one side and 50% of you on the other side. This side, people will be like, woohoo! Yeah, baby, that sounds awesome, son. That sounds awesome. That's one of the best bloody yacht races in the world. Good luck to you, man. Good luck to you, man. But the other side of the equation, they'll be like, whoa, hold on a second there, sunshine. Hold on a second there, sunshine. That's one of the bloody hardest yacht races in the world, son. You're gonna get on this yacht for 2,000 kilometers in some of the most treacherous waters across the entire world. Good luck to you, man. Good luck to you. Like, best of luck to you. I'm still going to subscribe. I'm still going to hit that little ding-a-ling-a-ling notification bell. But good luck to you. So I'm really looking forward to this one. It's very dangerous. It's very treacherous. But, you know, we're doing quite a few dangerous things on this list. Part of the list, you know, it's part of getting it all out there. It's part of completing all the biggest sporting events in the world. Let's just bloody do it. Let's get on a yacht. Let's throw up about 400 times. Let's complete the Sydney to Hobart race, son. Number 84, and we've actually got a pretty big one here, guys. The Boston Marathon Marathon in New England, USA. Now, I haven't put this one here to actually compete in the Boston Marathon. We do have other ones, other marathons that we're competing in and stuff like that, but I just don't know if this is necessarily what we need to do. I just reckon we need to be there for the atmosphere because there's going to be 500,000 people there. It's a big thing in Boston. Everyone from around, well, not everyone. There's not 8 billion people that come to Boston. You know, I'm not going to lie, we may end up competing in this. I'm not too sure. I'm not putting it out there. I'm just saying that we're going to attend this event. If it so happens that we compete in this event, that'd be absolutely fantastic. We do have quite a lot of marathons in this list that do cover, you know, the world. So there is a qualifying process to this one. Like I said, I'm not saying we're competing in it on BKRsport, but we definitely will be attending it on BKRsport. Number 85 and Dead Set. Dead Set. This will be one of, if not the most interesting events that we can play here on BKRsport. Seriously, this one is just something that no one really goes to. I hadn't heard of this before. You won't have heard of this before. It's the World Nomadic Games. The World Nomadic Games is basically the Asian region. It's got pretty much every country that finishes in Stan, like Kyrgyzstan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, you know, soon to be BKRsportistan, Azerbaijan, Turkmenistan, you know, those type of places. Yes, for some reason the USA also compete in this really strange event. But seriously, this Nomadic Games looks really, really cool and interesting because it's not like your swimming of the Olympics or your football World Cup or stuff like that. It's really kind of quirky events. For example, there's an event you compete in called Alish Elpt Wrestling, and there's also an event riders fight for a goat carcass. But if you go and look this up, seriously, this is going to be a ridiculous part of this bucket list and game day experience vlogs that we put on this channel. I reckon this is going to be, it's making me excited now. It's making me excited now thinking about all those quirky little sports that these countries really, really care about, but no one's ever heard of it before. So, you know what? I'm keen for this. Number 86, and I'm telling you, I deliberately put this one in here because it's from the Caribbean, right? From the Caribbean. So I was like, you know, we haven't been in the Caribbean here on BKRsport. Let's find something that's in this bucket list that we can chuck in there, force our way to the bloody Caribbean. We're going to be heading there for the Caribbean World Series baseball tournament. This tournament just consists of teams from Latin America. You know, basically like with the Caribbean area, which is like, you know, Mexico, there's Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, there's Venezuela, there's Cuba. You get the gist. It's a bit of a party vibe. You can already tell the dancers getting ready, the clicking of the fingers, you know, the dirty dance in the bloody Puerto Rico. Being from Australia myself, I'm not the first to tell you what the biggest sport in the Caribbean region is, in the Latin American region. Apparently it's big, apparently it's massive, and apparently they really get behind the sport of baseball. Baseball, Caribbean, party time, let's do it. Number 87, and I'm terrified. I am terrified that I'm going to have to listen to the Vuvuzelas again because this time we've got the African Cup of Nations. It's actually quite funny because not many people liked the South African World Cup in 2010, simply because of the Vuvuzelas, and I don't know why people just weren't a big fan of it. But I love the South African World Cup. Yes, I hate the Vuvuzelas, but I love South Africa. I just loved the vibe of it rather than, yes, those sounds that would come from the stadium. And then obviously the way the tournament ended, that was obviously the World Cup though. This is the African Cup of Nations. So this is all the African teams like the Congo, Ivory Coast, like Senegal, Nigeria. There's more rivalries. And the African Cup of Nations just has to go on here. I reckon we're going to have an absolute ball of a time. I don't know what African team would actually be supporting. I might leave that even up to you guys. Number 88, and I was told to put this one on here. I'm telling you right now, I was told to put this one on here because, you know, I knew about it, I'd heard about it, but I'd never actually thought about going to it because it just wasn't my thing. But apparently, it should be my thing. Number 88, we've got Wrestlemania. I don't really have anything against it, but in the same sense, yes, I do understand it's fake. Everyone knows it's fake. It's all about the acting of it. It's all about the script of it. And I will admit this, you do still have to be really physically fit to compete and be an actor within the WWE. And Wrestlemania is apparently the biggest event in the WWE scene. So I'll leave it there, but I actually think this will be a red hot event to go to. I think it'll be a red hot event to go to. Number 89, I'm getting the kind of gist for this video that it's all the real quirky events. Like we've had quirky events in the previous videos, but there's a lot of ones in here, and this one is the Dragon Boat Carnival in Hong Kong. Not gonna lie, I'd never heard of it before. I'm not gonna lie, I'd never heard of this event before. But when I went searching for these events, and then I found that this was in Hong Kong, I was like, I don't think we have anything in Hong Kong. So let's have a look more into this. Let's see if this is actually worth it. And this is a big deal, man. This is a big deal in Hong Kong and the world. This is an international dragon boat racing carnival. This is like the #1 event event across the world for dragon boat racing. It is a different kind of event, 100%, but it's in a different place, it's quirky, and it's really interesting. So 100% we're getting behind on BKRsport. Number 90, and to wrap up part number 9 of the 101 sporting events complete, before we dive BKRsport, we have announced an NFL draft selection. Do I really need to explain this one too much? The NFL draft is a massive event. It's where all the kids home from college and coming into the NFL and all the best players who are up and coming get selected for their teams. To be a part of that one player's journey in going to his team and potentially being an up-and-comer, that's just a surreal experience, and I feel that would make the BK Army and myself really get behind that one player as well. I think that'd be really cool for the NFL, and going into the future, we'd all really get behind the journey of that one player. It's not got the excitement of the World Cup, it's not got the palpable atmosphere that you get with the Copa Libertadores final, but it's more about that we are able to be a part of the journey of one player's career, one player's life. I feel like if I was at his game and say he scored a touchdown or whatever, I'll be like one of those mothers who are in the stand and be like, yeah, woo, that was my announcing, I announced his name. Oh yeah, boy, that was my announcing. Woo. But anyway guys, that's going to be it for today's video. If you did like it, please give it a big thumbs up. So know that you're enjoying this content. We've only got one left, part 10 of the 101 sporting events complete before we dive BKRsport. I'm actually going to let you guys decide what we do next. So I'll plan it around what you guys decide. So for that to happen, I'm going to be really getting involved on the Patreon page. So for you guys to be a part of that journey as well, like early on here watching the videos and getting amongst it, enjoying the BK Army journey. But if you want to get amongst the selection process of which event we're doing next, you have to jump onto the BK Army Patreon page where you get to jump in the live polls, and we're going to be doing it based off of that. But I'll leave a link to that in the pinned post below. But if you haven't actually joined the BK Army yet, well firstly, what are you doing, son? What are you doing, son? Go and hit the subscribe button below, ding-a-ling-a-ling, notification bell. Go and chuck that notification bell on so that you get a notification every time we upload a video. I'm really excited for this journey with the BK Army, and I hope you guys are excited to join along the journey as well. But thanks for watching, guys. Catch you later. See ya.